Hello friends! Alright, we're back again. And today we have another Valentine's craft. I'm winding down on Valentine's. I'm definitely getting more into spring and Easter. But I had this jewelry box. I got this at Family Dollar. A cute little thing. So it's all wood. And I wanted to turn this, because it's a jewelry box, I wanted to turn it into something for Valentine's Day. So it's going to be fairly simple. I'm going to stain it. I might go over with the cashew and then use this to scrape it off to make it more like a chippy paint. Probably will. I have some hearts to put in here and some flowers. So it's going to be pretty simple, pretty basic. But I did want to, make it cute. So the first thing I'm going to do is stain it. So I'm going to stain everywhere, the whole thing, and that bottom drawer comes out. So let's do the inside. You know what? I'm going to end up probably having to use a brush for this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I can get into all these corners and edges. So I've mentioned it before that I don't use regular stain in my house, like in the house on crafts, and the reason for that is because it makes me sick, physically, literally sick. The smell of it, it just makes me feel pretty bad. That's why, of course, you're supposed to use it outside. And I do use it on things outside, but when it comes in the house, I can't do it. It smells pretty bad. And it being winter right now, I'm not just gonna walk outside and start staining stuff. So anyway, that's why. But this antique wax and other paints work great for getting a stained look without all of the mess and the odor. The stuff is toxic, and I don't need toxic around me. Alright, so I'm going to do this entire thing. Alright, so the whole thing is stained. Inside and out, back, front, all of it. Did the whole drawer, everything. So this needs to dry. And I do think I'm going to end up going over it with this and then doing like a chippy look. I just think it would look pretty for what I'm trying to do. I also stained the heart. I went ahead and did the big heart. I've got a few different ones. This one, I'm going to have to glue this on here, and I'm also going to stain and then distress. Everything's going to get distressed. But you guys knew that, right? Alright, I'm grabbing my glue. And I'm going to put this on here, and then we will distress the whole thing. I feel like it's safe to say that if you've been watching for a little while, you know it's going to get distressed. Just can't help myself. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. Alright, so let me do this real quick. I'm going to go over this with the same color. This is the antique wax. But I'm going to end up going over this with my baby wipe to lighten it up just a little. Let's see if I can just do it with this. Yeah, that works. Look at that. That's so cool. I love it when it does that. And I'm like rubbing it so it's kind of blurring the words just a little bit, which is fine because this is just out of a book. It's not anything like romantic sayings or any of that kind of thing. I just wanted you can see that there are words, but you don't necessarily need to read them. And then I have this, where is my paper? Right there. That I am going to put this into. And do the same thing as the heart, really. Just let's basically a decoupage. So let's put some Mod Podge in here. This can go in, and it doesn't look perfect. That's okay with me. And then I'm gonna just take the same brush and go over it, just to push it down, make sure it's down there well. Just kind of spreading out this Mod Podge that I got on the sides here. I don't want it to be all clumpy. Plus it'll seal it. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is the same thing. I'm going to take the antique wax. I know everything right now is so brown, right? But that's okay, because it's gonna get fixed. And the flowers I'm using are lighter. Alright, so there's that. And I just wanted to kind of give it a little decoupage look. I think I might even add a couple of layers. So I could use, this is more of the paper. I actually threw away, so I could use this and cut out little hearts and stick it in there, just as a added interest. What I'm going to do though, and this reason why I'm not putting anything in this drawer, just except for the decoupaging, is I want to leave it open. This is a jewelry box. If somebody wanted to buy it, because it will be on my Etsy shop, they could actually use it. The top of it obviously will be filled with stuff, so you can't really use that, but you could use this drawer. Alright, so these I'm just gonna kind of bounce around in here. So let's put some Mod Podge here. Put the heart in there. So this is just like a cute little surprise. Like, hey, look, there's hearts in here. So maybe I'll just do 2 of them. So now I'm just kind of bringing it in more. I'm not covering. This is the brush is pretty dry now, so I'm not covering fully, but I am just, you see, just gets that distress on it. So I'm wondering, should I do that? I know it's nice the way it is, but I really do feel with what the colors and stuff that I have that it would probably look better if I do this, because I am going for a more of a vintage kind of look. So this is chalk paint in the color cashew, and as you can see, I'm not being real careful because it's not something that has to be perfect, because I'm just going to scrape it off. That's looking good. And then I'm going to go across this way. That looks good. I know a lot of people use like the candle wax and the Vaseline and all that, but I don't know. I think it looks fine. You can use those things. You put them on where you don't want the paint to stay, and it works good. But I like this. It looks good. So let's finish. I like it. I like it a lot. It kind of makes it look more weathered than chippy. That's cool. If I drag this like this, gets these little edges. Oh, I like that. That looks good. Okay. I'm liking it. What do you guys think so far? Alright guys, look at this. Look how cute that looks. I love it. I'm glad I did this. I definitely like this. Got the drawer done, little hearts in here. Alright, so I have this that I painted red, but I'm second guessing now because the flowers that I have a little bit of pink in them. I didn't know if I wanted to keep with the pop of color in red or if I should go with the pink. I think for the vintage sake of what I'm doing, I might change this to the pink, but of course distress it. And maybe just a little bit, like nothing too crazy. I just use my finger to see how that works. So that's turning into like a fuchsia. I mean, it would go with the middle colors. So maybe if I add some distressing to it, it might look a little better. Okay, that's what we'll go with for now. Hopefully I don't want to change it later. Alright, so I'm going to go in and do a little bit more distressing on the edges here. So now I want to go in and distress this more. Really, I'm not going everywhere, just doing a light distress just to add like another layer. Because we know how much I like to layer. And this is going to be open the whole time, the way I'm going to have this set up. But I still want it, if you've got this on like a sofa table and your sofa's not up against the wall, or you know, any vignette or something, and you see the back, or even if it's in a room and there's a mirror behind it, you're going to see it. So that's why I'm doing all of that. Alright, so let's start assembling things. So I have, I still have to do this heart. So I'm going to just go in and distress this with black. I'm going to get like a deep distress. I want to get like into the heart, not just the edges. See how it's kind of coming inside more? It's blended more, but deeper inside the heart. Just want to do this edge a little bit more. I feel like it's not enough. Okay, and that little heart is going there. And then we are going to glue this on here. So these are going to stand like this. So the first thing I'm going to actually do is glue in the floral foam here, styrofoam stuff that's just everywhere. And I'm just going to glue it to the bottom. Push that in there. I'm going to kind of have everything like at an angle here, so the hearts are actually going to get, stuff is a mess, pushed in here like this, and then I'm going to build the flowers around it. So let's just put that in there. I'm going to glue this one on. Alright, like that. And then this one will get pushed in right next to it, like that. Let's start cutting these. These are way too long for what I need them for, so even that one's going to be too long. So I'm just going to start putting things in and seeing how I like where they are, the height of them, the position of them. All of these are going to go in here as well. And I really want this to be full. Okay, so let's go in with our flowers, because these are bigger ones and I need to build around them. I hope they're not too big for this. And they're all almost the same size. There's only a couple that I can see that are a little bit smaller. And these flowers are from Walmart. Let's see, I'm gonna go behind here. I don't know about these leaves on these flowers. They're awfully bright. It's not my thing. But let's just go with it and see where we're at. Do do a little guy in the front here. I don't want to block these hearts, so that's something I have to be aware of. I'm going to put one coming up the back. Oh, this one's got 3 on it. Maybe put this back here. Oh, that's pretty. Alright, well, before we get crazy with it, let's go with other ones. Maybe put in between the 2 hearts. Like that. Again, I don't want to hide the hearts. I definitely want them in it. I want you to be able to see them. Let's go in here. Oh, that's just, look how full that is, you guys. That looks really pretty. We're gonna go on this side with them. Again, symmetry. I need the weight distribution to be similar on both sides. I know we're at an angle with the hearts, but I'm making sure that I've got everything sort of filling in here. Alright, so we've got some leaves coming out. These are my favorite, you guys. I got these at Hobby Lobby, and I will 100% get more because I love them. They're my absolute favorite greenery. They're so pretty. Let's see if I can get in here. That's looking beautiful. So the only thing that's kind of throwing me off again are these leaves. They are very bright. They're not, like, I'd rather have these. They're not, it's throwing me off, guys. It's too bright. So I have to figure out what I want to do with that. If I'm gonna take those out. The only problem is if I take them out, there's a lot of fill in here that's going to be left. So I'm wondering if I have other leaves that I could use instead. Like I could pop these off and put them on one of these and see how that looks. They're just so bright and it's just, it's not what I want. That is so much better. Okay, I gotta find more leaves because these are just too bright. I have one more of these. I'm gonna find more. Alright, I think I found some. That's why I save this stuff. Do you see the difference in the color and how bright these are compared to this? They should be similar in size. So I'm just going to pop these out and add these leaves. And that is absolutely so much better. This is why I don't glue stuff yet, guys. This is exactly why. You just never know what's gonna happen. Like if you're gonna need to change something. Okay, so I'll get rid of all this. Alright, so now I'm gonna put in some baby's breath. And you guys know I really like baby's breath as filler. I shut my flashlight off. It fills in really nice. I even have this stuff I could use, but we'll see. But baby's breath fills in little areas and it's so cute. I don't know if I need this piece. Could put it back here. I think that would look nice. Yeah, you can see it. Alright, so here we go. Filling all this in. We're going to cut these pretty short. See where I want them first. And then, alright, trying not to hide these hearts. Trying really hard not to hide these hearts. Still want to be able to see them. I don't want them in your face. I want them to sort of be like a secret little, like, oh look, that's a heart right there. I didn't even see that. You know what I mean? It's like a surprise. You know what I mean. We all like surprises, right? Oh, it's looking so pretty. You get so like excited when it starts to come together and you just see all the progress and it's so pretty. I want this leaf to come over here. Yes, I'm picky about my leaves. And I'm thinking back here. Hopefully it stands up enough. It might be too short. Oh, that's pretty good. You can still see it. So I am gonna actually, I'm gonna check and see if this stuff, I gotta get me more of this. I wanna see if this would look nice in here as well. It's more natural element. Oh yeah. So pretty. I'm just gonna keep saying it's so pretty. That's so pretty. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit of moss in this front part. I mean, you can't see anything anywhere else. It's so full, but I can in a couple little pieces in here. So I'm gonna grab the moss and do that real quick. All right, just got a little bit here. I'm gonna just tuck it in anywhere that I can see the green. Actually, I'm gonna take this out because that'll snap easy. So I'm gonna use a little bit of glue, actually. Been burned enough times to know better than to not use a finger protector. Alright guys, as always, this will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay guys, I changed my mind again. I had this piece of tile and I thought that would look really pretty on this heart. So I'm just gonna like really fast paint it and distress it and put it back in. Paint it with the chalk paint first, and then I'll go over it with, and this won't be seen because it goes inside the thing. I know, it's crazy, but I don't know, it was bugging me. Alright, we'll do another coat, and then I'm going to distress it, and hopefully that will be the end of it. Who knew the little heart could give so much trouble, right? And I'm going to go with my Waverly. I'm going to do what we did on basically the last one. Just kind of want to get it all in there. So I'm going to add this to my thing here. Put it right back where it was. So I can move things out of the way. Oh, yes, guys, look, that's so much better. Look at how cute that is. So we've got this one, and I'm gonna glue that in, and then this little guy with the letters and the little heart on it. So let me glue these in real quick while I got them here. I like this tile on here so much better. Anybody else do that? Is anybody else that it's, you know, you're working on a craft and it just keeps eating at you, that something's not right and you gotta go in and change it? Anybody else do that? Okay guys, what are we thinking, huh? I'm thinking this looks adorable. Thought about distressing these guys a little bit with maybe brown, but I don't know. I can try a little bit on the bright side, just on the edges here. Oh, that's cute. Just on the edges, just on like the top edges of the flower. It's actually nice. Okay, cool, that works. Okay, I'm gonna get a picture. This is gonna go up on my Etsy shop. So again, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do. And everything I make goes up on my Etsy shop, so if you guys are interested in that, go to Etsy and put in Country View Homestead. And I usually leave the link in the description here on YouTube. So, and then head over to Facebook and follow me. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great night.